When it comes to the book that we're handling right now, the 38 Letters of J.D RockeFeller to his son, this really is one of the most profound books I've ever read or listened to, especially considering the fact that he wrote these letters between 1905 and say 1924. And the amount of wisdom and revelations that this man had to have almost 100 years ago is insane. When we look at the first 3 or 4 letters, one of the things that stand out there for me is your success won't come from being liked. It'll come from being trusted. In his first letters, Rockefeller tells his son to develop one currency greater than money, and that's credibility. He never tried to impress people. He made them depend on him. That means doing what you say you're going to do every single time. He had a reputation of keeping his word. In business today, we see a lot of people flexing rented Ferraris and Lambos for likes, especially on social media. Rockefeller built empires without Instagram because his word was worth more than his watch. Become so reliable in everything you say and do that people don't even question whether or not you'll be able to deliver. That's how you're going to land the crazy big deals when nobody else expects it. Something else I learned from the 38 letters that Rockefeller wrote to his son is to stop chasing opportunity and to start making yourself the opportunity. You are the opportunity. Rockefeller didn't win because he found golden deals. He won because he made himself valuable. He read markets before they moved. He trained his eye and his mind. He built trust before it was needed, and he made himself the guy that others couldn't afford not to call. Today, most people run after trends, but if you make yourself rare and exceptional, then people will come to you. When you become the asset, the world and reality rearranges itself to include you. Another thing I learned from J.D RockeFeller is the poor man wants fairness and the rich man builds systems. Rockefeller gave his son an instruction in one of his letters, and he instructed him not to complain about unfairness, but to engineer an advantage. While others were waiting for wages, he was buying oil fields and setting prices. And yes, he didn't play fair, he played smart. Life doesn't necessarily award fairness, it awards frameworks. Design a system once and it'll pay you forever. Keep crying and you're gonna keep earning scraps. The bottom line in this is to stop reacting and start architecting. The system is yours to build or to be enslaved by. Another lesson from Rockefeller is to not look busy, but to look in control. Rockefeller saw weakness in panicked and overworked men, and he taught his son that activity without direction is self-sabotage. The real killers in the marketplace aren't rushing, they are plotting. You don't win by being everywhere, you win by being at the right place at the right time with the right power. And a lot of times, busyness is often a disguise for insecurity. Yes, speed is power, but being calm is your real flex. If you want peace, then be ready to fight. Rockefeller never really threatened people. He just made sure that everybody knew that he doesn't bluff. He built alliances with lawyers, politicians, and banks, not for violence, but for leverage. And in his mind, he knew that people only respect peace when they fear what will happen without it. That's business and that's life. The moment you become unpunishable, you become untouchable. And at the core of this message, it just tells me to be calm and be kind, but make sure nobody mistakes your mercy for weakness. Your friends won't build your fortune, your standards will. J.D RockeFeller didn't raise his son to seek popularity. He raised his son to protect the inner circle like it's a vault. He warned his son in one of his letters, surround yourself with high performers or you will justify your own mediocrity. Your standards are not something that you hope for, it is something that you have to enforce. Forget loyalty to losers and low achievers, be loyal to your future. Your environment is your equity. In the third letter J.D RockeFeller wrote to his son, he showed a disdain for debating with broke thinkers, people with a poor mentality. He said, you owe nobody an explanation, but you do owe them results. While others fought over opinions and prices, he quietly bought out their suppliers. So let them talk, let them gossip. Silent progress destroys noisy criticism. In a nutshell, don't fight battles beneath you. Have the intellect and the emotional intelligence to know when a battle is beneath you, then you avoid it and you let the scoreboard do the talking for you. Something powerful that stood out for me in the first 4 letters of Rockefeller to his son was that the most expensive thing that you will ever own is a weak mindset. And your mindset isn't just about motivation and discipline, it's your operating system. And Rockefeller said to his son that a weak man can be manipulated. A strong man can't even be moved. This man had a brilliant mind. He trained himself to handle pressure, betrayal, and delays without even flinching. And when panic hit the market, he bought the entire market. And that's because he didn't fold mentally. And the bottom line in this is you can't build an empire with a cracked mindset or a cracked mentality. You gotta fix your frame of mind or don't even bother to show up. Your last name is your startup capital. Do not devalue it. Rockefeller cared about legacy as if it was oxygen, and he explicitly told his son to protect the name because it's more valuable than any stock they owned. Every deal, every partner, every word, it was all about building and protecting the family brand. Now in our world, that's your personal brand, right? Are we increasing our name's worth or are we diluting it? You'll die eventually at some point, but your name doesn't have to die with you. We have the opportunity to make it an asset that appreciates over time, even long after we are gone. Obsession is not toxic, it is mandatory. Rockefeller obsessed over oil, not casually, but pathologically. He studied it, he mastered it, and he controlled it. And he taught his son that half-hearted men are liabilities. If you're not obsessed, you're replaceable. If you're distracted, then you're exploitable. This man had a vicious mindset, but that's what helped him win in life. Let others seek balance while you seek dominance. Greatness is an addiction that few are willing to survive. Rockefeller disdained comfort. Comfort seduces the hungry into complacency. Rockefeller made his son wake up early, work hard, and earn everything even after becoming rich. He feared comfort more than he feared competition because comfort makes you forget why you started. If it feels too easy, then you are probably slipping. Stay sharp. Legacy is not something that you leave behind. It is something that you build while other people watch. Rockefeller didn't write letters to his son to be nice. He wrote them to give him the blueprint. Each letter was a brick laid in his son's mind. Legacy is not about statues and money and empires. It's about building men that can carry your flame forward. Make your daily moves legendary. One day your kids are gonna quote you or they are gonna resent you. You choose.